Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to another Monday night on the Community Showcase. Tonight, I come from lovely sunny Arizona, which you can't see because it's so blown out behind me, you can't see. It's about, what we got, 68 degrees when I just looked, 68 degrees here. And I tell you what, it's much better than the 28 that Blasto said it was back home. I think we got about 9 inches of snow yesterday at my at our house. So this is much better than 9 inches of snow for sure. So hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome in the chat. I see a whole lot of people chatting. We were going back and forth earlier. Andrew S, Jerry's here, Kelvin and Victor, how you doing? Travis, we're not talking about the New Hampshire primaries tonight. We won't be talking politics at all. So just so you know. He asked me what we were doing, and I said, we're going to talk about 3D printing. And he said, well, duh. So there's that. Let's see what we got. Whole lot of people here. So how you guys all doing out there? Vikings in the house. Michael, Old Curmudgeon, 3D Medic, Vince, C-Dub, 3D, David, Paul, and everybody else. I think I see, I'm pretty sure I saw Steven the Lightspeed in the house. We had a great lunch with Steven. We met him today in Arizona here. Lindsay and I went down and met him at a great restaurant. It's literally called Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers. So if you're in this area, check out that restaurant. It's called Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers. I had a very good burger, and it was real good. My video feed is jumping around. I would catch it. Just grab a hold of it. Don't let it jump. No man bun, Mike. Sorry. Terry's in the house. How you doing, Terry? RobbyMaq is in the house, and Mr. Butram. How you doing? See you guys. Hashtag wingmen. I think that's how it rolls. But tonight we got a really fun show. We're gonna talk 3D printing or whatever you guys want to talk about. And we're gonna do it here, sitting on the back patio outside. And have a little fun. Andrew S. Lindsay's doing great. She's sitting across from me currently, and she's doing awesome. Baby was moving around a lot last night, so I got to feel that, much like an alien inside of a tummy. What makes your printer print in the air? Paul says it's not close enough to the bed. That was a silly answer. I don't know, but I'd have to get a little more information, Paul, on that one. So I'm not sure if you mean it just started printing in the air or what. Just let me know a little more and we can help you out on that. Yeah, but hey everybody, a clog, that'll do it. No filament will do it. First time here and good day from Oz. Hey Tim, how you doing from Oz? Nice. How's Oz doing these days? Let's see. Yes. So we're gonna have a little fun tonight. We're gonna talk. There's a bunch of questions going, but I want to get cruising here. And first of all, a little business. Thank you so much to the sponsors, TH3D, Tim, Samantha, Aaron, and company. Thank you guys so much for everything you do for the channel, for our community, and everybody else, man. Thank you so much for everything you do. Coex 3D, love your filaments. You guys rock and roll. I appreciate that. At the end of the stream tonight, we're going to give away another roll of Coex filament. So that'll be a lot of fun. The last one went to Ron up in Canada. And if you did not see his unboxing of that video, or the video about his unboxing, you should check that out on the channel Canadian Maker Project. Search Canadian Maker Project on YouTube, and you can see his unboxing video. It's pretty funny. It's a good video. And Ron, you're the man. We'd do it anytime for you. Also, don't forget about RobbyMaq and RPM Designs. He's the man behind all the graphics, all the good stuff. And he's also the person probably blowing up my phone right now. Yep, that's him. I'm going to have to mute that. There we go. Anyways, we were talking in a chat a little bit ago. So Old Curmudgeon says, give me a second. I'm going to go back for some other questions. But Old Curmudgeon says, I was able to hear the heartbeat before the expensive gadget we bought for it. Go figure. That's awesome. We can't wait for that. Travis says, I need some filament too. My luck sucks. Well, we might be able to help you with that. We'll see if you can win later. Let's see. Someone had a question about Octoprint. Have her drink orange juice, baby. Will move like crazy. That's the trick. Why does Octoprint just stop printing sometimes and freeze? Which Raspberry Pi do you have? If you have if your Pi is freezing, remember, if you use Octoprint, which I love Octoprint, but if you use Octoprint, everything goes through your USB cable. So everything's being transmitted, all the data to print. If your Pi freezes at all, if that cable is not a good cable, something like that, it'll cause your print to stutter, slow down, cause missteps, all sorts of crazy stuff can happen. It's a 2B plus. That might, I'm not sure if that's powerful enough, but maybe someone else in the chat could answer that, because I've only used the 3B pluses and above. Let's see. Let's see. I was having fun picking on someone picking on TH3D. I don't know what you're talking about, but hopefully they got it coming to them. But anyways, so thank you guys so much to sponsors. I'm going to get back to comments in a second, but I do have a couple guests today. They were last minute ads of the show, and they came as a pair. So I only could bring them on together. You might know them as hashtag the wingman, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Butram and RobbyMaq. How you guys doing? RobbyMaq muted, apparently.
Classic.
Yeah, classic RobbyMaq.
Now I'm muted.
There you go. Now you're better. You're blowing up my phone. It's going.
We are.
Yeah, sorry. Streamlabs doesn't usually mute when I enter the stream, so I was not expecting that.
Nice.
Mine wasn't.
Yeah, congratulations, everybody. We are the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah, this is what happens when you've gone through all the good shows.
That is funny. So there's a lot of good. There's some good questions going, but before we get to those, what's really funny is these guys. We were chatting earlier, and they're like, "Who's on tonight?" And I was like, "Nobody. You guys. That's who's on tonight." And they're like, "What?" So it was all up to Mr. Butram or Ryan's wife, and she finally said yes, and Robbie joined. It was either that or RobbyMaq got a new laser, so the laser was too expensive. So
yes.
Chat.
Yes.
Hashtag go Stephanie.
Yeah.
She's definitely not getting a laser for you. That's a
yeah.
So the Andrew Hayes says a 2B is too slow. So I don't know. I don't have a 2B, so I can't test that. What Travis was asking about that Raspberry Pi issue. It looks like you need a 3B plus or better. And that's my guess is that the Pi is freezing. I mean, that's my guess, because he said it was just stopping or sometimes during the print.
I have that happen every once in a while. I haven't quite figured out what it is. My Octoprint instances are not very updated. Nice. So
Michael says, where are you in Arizona? On the corner of Winslow, Arizona? Fine sight to see.
That would be a sight to see.
Nice. I would expect that from Brian, but I don't know. Come on, Michael. No. So how you guys been? You guys doing good?
Doing really good.
Doing very well. It's a little bit crazy with the weather this week. It's kind of a roller coaster. It's still warmer than usual Indiana weather, but still cold.
Nice. Yeah, I tell you, we left just in time because we flew out Friday night. We got into Arizona 11:30 Arizona time here. Saturday night, a big storm hit. So like yesterday, between Saturday night and yesterday, they got 9 inches of snow at my house. And the person at our house, Lindsay's over here going, my house, so the person that's house sitting for us was actually having to shovel, and they're not used to shoveling. They live in a condo, so they're like, "What is this crap? We just shoveled. Now it's buried again." I was like, "Just wait till it's done." But yeah, we're out here hanging out, visiting my family, and having a little fun. I wish I could be turned around the other way, because behind me there's all these palm trees, and it's really a pretty scene here. The problem is when I turned around, I was trying to set up. It was really blown out, much like this. So you couldn't see anything but me, and so I had to turn myself around so you can even barely see me. Oh, there you go. Hashtag
Club. Yep.
Yeah, Bill Blight brought that
I got to
up.
pay my dues still. I'm working on that.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. My wife went to Florida last week, and when she left, I told her we were supposed to get some warm weather, and of course we did. We got it was between 40 and 50 degrees for like 4 days in a row or something crazy. And I said, you realize going to Florida, when you come back, it's going to be like crazy cold weather. She said, yeah, I know. And of course it was like 20 degrees, ice storm. Well, I was chatting with you guys when I went up from the airport that night.
Yeah, you said it's an ice storm, and then we never heard from you till the next day. We're like, uh-oh.
It was all good. It was all good. Actually, going to the airport was crazy, but an hour later, coming back from the airport was totally clear, so it was all good.
Nice. Yeah, I can't get up to Vegas this trip, but we're gonna get out there. We'll come out and see you, Jerry. Yeah, Lindsay said she's never been there, so we got to get out there.
I would definitely love to visit Jerry.
And also
booked a trip to Vegas.
Right. So I was saying earlier today, I met Steven, the Lightspeed, right? He's actually commenting that it's going to rain tonight. Thanks. He said, thanks, Jim. You brought the weather. But that's not snow. But earlier it was hailing right here while I was getting ready to set up. It was hailing in Arizona. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? You know? But yeah, it was awesome to meet Steven, and thank you so much. Steven actually paid for our lunch, and I have to say thank you, man. We definitely didn't expect that, and that was awesome. We really appreciate it. Really, really nice guy. If you see him on any of the chats, give him a hard time. He's a good dude. And I don't know, I haven't seen Tim in the chat yet.
Dubbed Out is asking, where in Arizona are you? And I'm kind of curious myself, because I know you're in Arizona, but I don't know where roughly.
Lindsay said we don't want the creepers to find us.
Did you guys see me on your security cameras?
Yeah, you're standing out front, but you're at the wrong house. So, but I would suggest putting your pants back on.
Well, I'm the only one that has pants on. You two are the ones that don't have pants on.
Hey.
Nice. No, we're up here in Peoria. It's in Maricopa County. North of Phoenix is where we are. And so we usually come down, every year we come down for Brewers spring training. We go to the spring training games. This year we came early for a couple reasons. Number one, we found ticket prices that were awesome. I think we paid $256 for both of us round trip with luggage. And that was hard to say no to. And also the later we planned the trip, the later in pregnancy Lindsay is, and we didn't know if we could fly. So we planned it early this year, and no spring training, but we still got some good weather. The other cool thing is where we are, there's an Air Force base, and they do their mission. They do their training and everything. They literally fly right over the house.
Awesome.
And it's a couple times a day in the morning, and then a couple times a day towards like around 9:30 or 10. And they fly over, and then they smash their afterburners.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Tim's on. There he is. Yeah, we were asking for you. So I was telling the chat. I met Steven the Lightspeed today, and I actually I converted. I'm a Mac guy now.
Wait, what?
I'm just joking. So we were it's kind of a funny joke because Tim is such an Apple fan. That's not true at all, by the way. So we were given while we were sitting at lunch, I was sending Tim text messages that Steven got a new computer, an Apple computer, and I said it even has 16 gigs of RAM. It was funny.
Oh, you're going to get 3D printing llama started now.
Yep.
Uh-oh. What did he do?
Llama's an Apple guy.
Oh, there he is.
I do have to say, I own an Apple computer that I bought just last year. It is an Apple II SE.
Travis, Apple II SE. That was the first computer I've ever had.
That's the first Apple that I've ever owned.
He's right there. I see him. So there's these palm trees, like I was saying, there's these palm trees right here in the yard. And there's these bird. This bird is sitting right here making the craziest sounds. So we're looking around. Tim said he's building a Threadripper server, 128 gigs RAM. Gotta love. Hey, AMD's picking it up, man. AMD's picking it up. Travis says he uses a Mac. And I don't see. I think Steven might be driving home. I don't know if he can comment, but yeah, we were giving him a hard time. He even has an Apple Card. You know, he said to tell Tim he's all in.
Everything Apple.
Michael
Apple underwear. Apple
Michael
pants.
Lipnitz. I'm sorry. Yes, it is an Apple IIe. I got confused with the Mac SE, which is what I first used in college. But Apple IIe is
an Apple IIe. That was the very first. My dad is sitting in the door here. That was the very first computer we had. I remember sitting there throwing in my Oregon Trail disc, you know, at the green, the big CRT screen.
That's the first game I played on it, man.
Yes.
It's funny because one of the things that I ran into with that was being able to get programs, because no floppies are going to work. Like I have a ton of Commodore 64 floppies and I have a Commodore 64, but they're 30 years old. None of them function anymore. So somebody came up with a bootstrapping thing where you can use the audio ports on these computers to download from the PC to the actual Apple II and then burn a disk. And so that's what I was using. And I used that. And the very first game that I put on it was Oregon Trail.
Nice. Old Curmudgeon, I actually don't have that computer anymore. I wish I did. He said you had games beyond the disc that comes with it. Yes, we had Oregon Trail, and there was one more, maybe a math game or something. I don't remember.
Crunchers.
But yeah, it was a great time though. Met Steven and had a great lunch. Had an awesome talk with him. And Steven says $3,000. I got 16 gigs of RAM, and it controls my Prusa. he's hitting all the trigger words for Tim. Yeah. I can feel Tim screaming at his TV right now.
Internal screaming.
That's funny. So enough about, all of us, but he says, Tim, can your computer iMessage? Don't think so. Wow. And then Tim said he doesn't iMessage because his friends are smart and don't use Apple. I love it. But let's see. How was Butram streaming on an off night? Because we got permission.
I had to get permission.
He did get permission.
We did.
And we are not streaming this Saturday, by the way.
No streams this Saturday.
There's no Saturday Night Makers this Saturday. There's some other things going on.
Possibly Ron will pick it up. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we have to talk to him. But hopefully Canadian Maker Project will pick up our slack. So
yeah, I don't think I haven't seen him in the stream yet, but yeah, Aaron lost his. Oh, that's funny. But what are you guys working on? So why don't we start with Ryan or Mr. Butram?
Sure.
However you go by. What have you been working?
You can call me either. It don't.
Right.
I mean, Mr. Butram just was something from Walter Country 3D streams that kind of stuck. But I'm Ryan, and if I don't know what I'm working on some stuff for Murph. Like I got a box full of parts. I'm doing the Wiles 3D Memorial Maker coin that I'm still waiting on the last batch of parts, but that'll be coming soon. But it's Mike Whaley passed away back in June, and I ended up getting a copy of his Maker coin from his daughter, and I took it and I blew it up to like 700 millimeters by 700 millimeters. And Tim, Mr. Butram. Yeah. So I blew it up to 700 millimeters by 700 millimeters, used Luban to cut it into pieces. And it was like 110 pieces. I got them all here, and hopefully I'll get them glued together and brought to Murph. But so that should be fun.
You're also behind the Open RV, right?
I was going to show off. I brought it. Actually, I pulled it down off the shelf. This was my Murph project from last year, the Open RV. It sits on an actual Open RC F1 chassis. It's got all the electronics. It'll run and drive, and it's got lights and stuff. I don't know if the batteries are charged because I literally haven't touched this in years, but not years, but yeah.
Oh, they light up.
See it lit up. Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
And then there's taillights too.
That is super cool, man.
Barely see.
I might have to print that.
No, I've got the files. They're not perfect because I did a whole lot of Dremel editing. That's one of the cool things that it's got a magnet, magnet lid. My wingman, #wingman, gave me the magnets for it. But yeah, that was fun. Actually, you probably won't be able to see it, but Daniel Noré actually signed it.
Oh yeah,
at Murph. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that was the cool part is when he came to look at it, and he was kind of impressed with it and really excited about the whole thing.
I think my favorite part was that people were like coming up to him like, "Hey, did you see that open RV thing over there?" And like, because he told me that when I finally met him, he's like, "Yeah, everybody's been telling me about this. I need to come look at it." And he's like, "That is so cool." Had to show it off.
So if I were to print one of these, could I get the full wrap? What are you thinking, RobbyMaq?
Yes, all the
make sure you clear coat it.
Okay, so funny story. Apparently, if you gloss coat this and then you put clear coat over it, you should probably sand between it. But my wingman didn't tell me that. So I gloss coated.
My wingman didn't ask me that. So
I clear coated the gloss, and Robbie went to stick these decals on like the Thursday before Friday of Murph, and he ended up he would stick it on there, and then it would rip the clear coat right off.
Yeah, the decal would just fall straight off, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And then I realized, it's pulling clear coat off. Well,
he
luckily,
told me
I printed 2 sets.
Super glossy.
So am I Barry White right now?
No, you're fine.
Okay, good. All of a sudden on my side, everything muted. So I'm like, oh, here we go. It 3 times or 2 or 3 times before the stream, my mic went Barry White.
It is a Hoosier stream, Tim. You should be in here.
Yeah.
So where was it? Steven asks, is Mr. Butram working on the rest of the letters behind him for his last name?
What?
There's a B behind you.
Oh, the B, yeah. one piece at a time.
One piece at a time. Nice. Where's Stephen at Lightspeed? He's in the chats right now. I think he was on his way home from work or close to it. So I invited him on, but he couldn't. I don't think he could come on because he was driving.
So I will gladly give somebody these files if they want to put wings on it and make it fly like the Spaceballs like that.
Yeah.
That would be really. I missed that entirely. That would be really cool.
This thing, it's an entire kilogram of white.
It's funny when Butram first we were chatting and he was like, "I'm thinking about doing an RV for the opener RC car, but convert it." And I'm like, "Yeah, you should totally do it." And he's like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Dude, it's going to be the talk of the town. You got to do something like that. This would be awesome. Right. Put it in a demolition derby. Do whatever you need to do with it. It's going to be freaking awesome."
Yeah, he was all about me putting it in the demolition derby, and I'm like, "No."
Yes.
It was so many hours worth of work, and I thought that I wouldn't be able to race it because I put the rubber wheels on it because at Murph last year they had a rule that had all be 3D printed,
right?
But they ended up letting people that had rubber wheels roll in, and everybody's like, "Are you going to take that out there?" I'm like, "The only thing I can put it in is the demo derby, and I'm not doing that. Like, it'll come back in millions of pieces. It probably would have held its own because, like I said, this is it's a whole kilogram of plastic right there. That's 1 kilo of white PLA."
But I think it's awesome because he was real hesitant, even when he was printing it and designing it and all kinds of stuff. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm going to bring it to Murph." I'm like, "Dude, you got to bring it to Murph. It's going to be." I
didn't talk about it. I didn't say a word about it because I was worried that if I'd said something like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to bring this," and then I didn't, that I would look even worse.
Right.
Even like the week before, I was telling RobbyMaq, I don't think I'm going to get it done. Like I was like, I don't think I can get it done. It's not going to be good. It's going to look like crud.
WFO writer says it looks like a Breaking Bad RV.
The inspiration came from my grandparents. Actually, had like a 70s Winnebago, and I have pictures of it. I never got to ride in it. They sold it before I was born, but like all of my dad's family, they got to go everywhere in the thing, like Niagara Falls, and like, I mean, they took from Indiana, they took that RV everywhere. So when I was thinking about it, I'm like, it'd be nice to have one. And then Robbie, I sent him the pictures, and he's like, oh, I can do that. So RPM Designs went ahead and made up the decal, and like this thing without those decals, this is not an RV. Like, it needed the decals.
It's just the icing on the cake, but yeah, and that's I try to tell them. It's a little details that you can add that will just make it stand out even more. I'm just glad you did it, because he was so hesitant to do it, and once he brought it there and got the response that he did, everybody was so enthralled with it. The fact that Daniel Norey came by and signed the thing and was just infatuated with it. That's just awesome to me. I was like, but that's really cool. You have to wait to see what he does this year, because I've kind of been behind the scenes on that, and I'm watching.
Yeah, there's I don't want to give too much away, but there is a whole nother open something coming for Murph.
Nice.
So
do it. So Zolan said, send it to him. He'll make it into the Spaceballs.
There you go.
And then let's see. Steven said, don't worry, his Tesla drove itself, because he said he was driving and texting.
Yeah.
Oh man, you should hang a pair of underwear from the side mirror. So RobbyMaq, what are you working on besides painting?
I'm painting what I've been working on. And so I can't. I mean, I could show it, but they're not done yet. So I've been messing around with the 1440 makers. Did the Australian bushfires stream with the raising money for the Australian bushfires, and one of the models, or one of the sets of models that was included in that donation, or whatever you want to call it, was the elementals. And so far I have three of the elementals painted, which is what I'm working on.
Nice.
And it's kind of hard to show off. Maybe I'll show the water, because that'll be a little bit easier if I can possibly get that. Yeah, probably not.
There you go.
A little bit, yeah. So I'm I printed them in clear resin, translucent resin, and so I'm using washes and various pigments to keep the translucency in it, especially with the fire and the water and the wind and that. The rock, I don't care. That one can all be just regular paint. But so that's what I've been working on. When I get them done, then I'll go ahead and post them up on Twitter so that people can see them. But nice. It's really slow going, mostly because I don't know what the hell I'm doing when it comes to figure painting. So
I don't either, and I think I said this earlier. I don't have the attention span that you've the time you've spent on that already. I don't have the attention span to do that. I just not so much. Hi, Mrs. RobbyMaq. Are you buying us?
Yeah, apparently.
Wing woman.
Yeah. Thankfully, I have headphones on right now.
Nice.
So we shouldn't say that she owes you a laser.
Nice.
No,
probably not. Tim, check your Facebook chat. Sorry, I saw Tim. Tim had to open a garage door because his office smells like motorcycle fumes because he started the motorcycle garage. Too funny. So you're working on the elementals. I tell you, that 1440 stream was awesome. Over $10,000. That's just awesome.
Yeah, and I just discovered that Shane lost all that video footage. Apparently, YouTube. What? Yeah. He put out a stream yesterday saying that for whatever reason it was just lost. So there's no chance of getting it back.
Yeah. Apparently, there's like a clause that anything over 12 hours it may or may not store the video.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I saw he put out a video. I haven't had time because we're out running around and doing stuff here. I haven't really had time to watch anybody's stuff. There's been a lot of good videos. I saw Teaching Tech or Michael put out some stuff. I saw I didn't catch Maker's Mashup last Friday, but I heard that they had a good guest on there. I got to go back and check that out. And let's see, Edutech. Oh, so is there an easy way to upgrade Marlin XX.1 upgrades, or you always have to start over? I'm not sure what you mean by starting over, but if you want to add upgrades in Marlin, you just change them in the firmware and reflash it. I think that's the easiest way to explain it, right?
You should save your firmware and then copy it, paste it, and then change your stuff, and then that way you can go back if you have to. But,
Nice. Yeah. Good. Yeah, definitely. You can't just like add something in without reflashing, though.
Right.
Oof. Sensorless homing, huh? So what time is it here? It is officially 5:31 here. So it was 1 hour behind me. What's really weird to me is that I flew to Arizona. It took 4 hours to get here, and I'm 1 hour behind right now. So, like from where I'm normal. So in Wisconsin, it would be 6:31. Here it's 5:31, but it took me 4 hours to get here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jake from State Farm. I officially acknowledged you.
Wingmat.
Wingmat.
Wingmat?
Jake is officially Wingmat.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
He was sad that he didn't have a wingman, so we took him under our wings.
Oh.
And made him a wingmat.
Jeez. Hashtag fourth wheel.
Wow.
Did you say fourth meal or fourth wheel? That's
wheel. I was hoping to be the third wheel, but I guess you already took him in. So
tricycle.
So what else is coming up? Besides Murph is coming in a month and a half here.
Murph is coming up. It's coming faster than I would hope because I got a lot of stuff to do.
I don't. Speaking of Murph, so you guys are going for the full weekend, right? Both of you?
I will
probably not
full weekend.
Oh, you don't know yet, Jim.
Man, it's hard. I have a wedding booked. It is hard for couple reasons. It's hard to give up the money that I already, I have a big deposit down on a wedding, right? And it's hard to let someone down like that. I don't want to do that either. I don't want to do that either. And
also, Lindsay doesn't love you enough, is what I heard.
Yeah, she does. She does. But the other thing is I have a friend that could do it, but he doesn't have a photo booth. And when I booked this wedding, I booked my photo booth with it. So that's a little more tricky. But what I'm thinking is if I can get someone to come with me, I might do the wedding, come home, sleep for a couple hours, and then have someone drive and we'll go down. I'm only about 4 hours away. So I'll come like Sunday morning, and hopefully hang out with whoever didn't leave already, because most people are leaving by like noon or 1,
Yeah, I may do the same. I may only come out Saturday. I'm not sure yet. Wingman's gonna be all kinds of guff about it, but I don't know that I can make the whole weekend happen.
Nice.
But Lindsay's going to be 8 months at that time.
Yeah, she'll be close.
That's going to be kind of rough.
I was going to kind of gauge that and use that as a reason to get someone else to do this wedding, because what if I'm at a wedding and a baby comes? What do I do? So
you bring the baby and
shuffle and you walk out the door.
Just bring her to the wedding and she can have it there. I don't know what to do, but
bring a rare, really narrow stroller would be my best recommendation.
Andrew S says he hates photo booths. They're rubbish. Always have to stay there and stop idiots from breaking them. We've been very lucky. It's a fully enclosed, all automated, and I pay a friend of mine to stand there if Lindsay's not there, and she doesn't like to do it much anymore, but I pay a friend of mine to stand there and watch it all night. And she just said, yes, we have idiots trying to break it all the time, but it is what it is. Hopefully no one breaks it, but I tell you what,
see how many of them they can all cram in there.
Can you hear what she's saying?
Yeah. It's like a clown car.
It's like a clown car. Yes. So, hey, I thought we'd have someone else join us. Tim, how you doing?
No.
There we go. There's Tim.
I'm doing all right. How are you guys
That's
doing?
True Hoosier Club.
Are you high on exhaust fumes?
Not yet. I had the door open for a little bit. I think we're
Are
good.
you sure? It sounds like you got helium going on in there. I'm not sure.
Is my mic screwed up?
No.
Maybe not.
No. I'm Mr. Butram.
Hi. Hi, Tim.
How's it going, Robbie?
Someone just Travis just got shut down by one of the mods. Careful with the language there, Travis.
Yeah, no, I was like, I need to. I started up the Yamaha and it was chugging, so I let it run for a little bit and then gave it some throttle and tons of stuff blew out the back of it.
Stuff.
Nice.
It's been sitting for a while.
I never did see the gist on that. Well, I don't want to go off on it. I'll have to hit you up on it or check out the video. Why you don't let other people work on your vehicles? I was curious what that was.
I'll make it quick, but so the BMW, which I was taking apart to replace a fuel pump, I noticed there was like a broken off hose next to the airbox, and so I took the airbox off. And when I took the airbox off, you saw the throttle bodies, and I've been having idle issues with that bike since I bought it. That was the only problem I had with it, and it was hit and miss. So I took it off. The servo that controls the idle position of the throttle bodies, so the throttle position, it's actually got a servo that regulates it, wasn't even bolted to the throttle bodies.
Oh, gotcha.
It had been like that for years. And then the hose that was broken off ended up being a drain hose for the airbox in case you got water in there.
Right.
Which they had clearly tried to epoxy multiple times. So
Wow.
I ended up just plugging it up with a screw. If I have to drain it out, I'll just take it apart.
Nice.
But,
People are blowing you up for having a low microphone too.
Here, is this better? I can turn the gain up.
Here we go.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Goes to 11.
Sounds
Let me
good to
see.
me.
Butram's an AV guy. He could give you some.
Oh no, please don't. Please don't.
I'm not a huge AV guy.
Just remember, like
I'm
not either.
I'm AV
Here,
guy
is
at work.
this better?
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
BMWs are the bluer motorcycles.
Whoa.
I got
now
that.
you're clipping a bit. There you go. Oh, now you're muted.
Oh yeah.
Happy medium.
Teenage muted Ninja Turtle.
Teenage muted Tim Turtle.
He's struggling.
Oh, let's see.
Anyway. Yeah.
Did you mute him or did?
I didn't mute him.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you muted him.
I didn't mute him.
With him.
You got to
Your
unmute.
US.
It's showing
there
that,
you go.
that you're muted.
Yeah,
now
unmute
you're
on
in
chat.
StreamYards.
That was
Like
awesome.
I see the little
Stream
microphone with the line
Oh,
going.
can you guys
There
hear
you
me
go.
now?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
You're-
Okay, I don't know what happened there. Oh, that
Now
mic's
you're
real
straight.
hot now. Hang on. All right, let me turn that down. Is that better?
Hot mic.
Hot. It's real hot.
Every
we-
live stream.
It's hotter
man.
than Jim in a Speedo.
Yeah, Robbie and I, we always talk about that. Every live stream, there's
Every
at least
live
10 to
stream.
15 minutes of like, does this sound good? Like, how's my mic?
Audio
Well,
or
I don't
video
really
or
have
something's
levels.
messed up.
I don't
Man.
have like level meters to look at on here. Like I do on
Now you're
Streamlabs.
good.
No,
Check
No.
check one, check two. We were doing
Well, the
that
problem
today.
is this.
check,
This
test.
mic, I gotta
One,
print
two,
like
1, 2,
something
check. Test.
to like keep the plug from falling out. Oh yeah, 3D Jimmy was asking about my Space Mouse Enterprise. I got it. It's right here.
Nice.
That
How you
looks
liking it?
Saw
fancy.
that.
gonna
I
focus?
need to watch
Oh
that
my god, are we gonna
video.
focus? Is my
There's-
autofocus broken on my Sony?
It might not be on.
Oh,
There it
no, it
is.
is.
It's
It
got
was
like
just-
too many buttons on it
There
and
we go.
stuff. I don't know.
I know
Post-
it might be too much for your old hands there.
Well, no,
He just okay boomered you.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he did. Yeah, I'm cool
I
with
actually
it.
have
I'm
a
just like
I bought
you
a
got a
shirt
number pad and all kinds of other junk with like a trackball thing, right? Basically, is what's going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. I'll share my screen here. Let me open up Fusion.
Yep.
And I am very amateur with
Shots
Fusion.
fired.
I should have wore the shirt. I got a shirt that's got a Google Home Mini on it, and it says "Okay Boomer," like the Google Home sang that.
That's awesome.
I got it on Woot.
Mark L. Baker, it was not me. I promise I didn't mute Tim. Mark is still scared because I was on Tim's stream. A couple
Oh
days
yeah, I
ago,
remember seeing that.
and I said, the next person who talks, I'm muting. Just totally messing around. So everybody else, or no, it was Ron's stream. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And everybody else talking was all mods. Mark says one comment and he wasn't the mod.
Yeah,
Bam, I timed him out for 300 seconds.
you timed out Mark Baker. That was
And
awesome.
then shortly thereafter, I get on Tim's stream and Jim times me out.
But and I didn't realize you weren't a mod on Tim's stream. So I was like, oh, he's not. Boom. And we were just totally messing around, Mark. Nothing personal. I know I chatted you and told you that too, but It wasn't me that muted Tim though, and it was really funny because then I felt so bad. I was like, I'm sorry, Mark. I thought I could untime him out, but you
I'm
can't.
trying to.
So I've seen it
I'm trying to
happen,
share my
but
screen,
I don't know how to
it's
do
just
it.
not-
With the
Very nice.
share screen button at the
Oh,
bottom.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
Jim
not-
has to allow it to actually share.
Oh,
Like you can share it, but then Jim has to.
Yeah.
actually
As soon as
allow
I
it
see
to
it,
show.
right. As soon as I see it,
let
then
me
it,
let me join from Chrome. Maybe that's it. I'm using Vivaldi right now.
You're not using Safari?
And there it
he
goes.
just jumped out.
Click the wrong X.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Steven, I don't know if you're home yet, but I just shot you a tweet or DM on
Thank
Twitter.
you, Blasto, for that comment.
But
Now
it
who's the boomer?
It doesn't play nicely. So, on the here, I
Bye
can
bye,
even-
Tim.
I can even switch my
There we
my
go. Hang
cam
on.
view. Hang on, so I can show you guys what I'm doing while I'm navigating with it. Let me switch my camera here. Well, hang on. You're gonna want to see my camera too.
I don't want to see nothing.
Sure. That's not what you said when you were here last weekend.
Whoa.
Okay. So
Time him out.
okay, so you can see here if I
Oh, that is handy. We
Pull it
lost.
up. if I pull it up and pull it down,
That's my way of timing it up.
you can actually
Oh,
navigate
man.
into 3D space.
I need one of those so bad
Yeah.
now.
Look at this.
Like I've seen 3 seconds of you using it, and I already want it.
Look at that.
I've heard about those. Actually, the first person I heard about that from, believe it or not, Tim, you'll remember, was Chris Elkins. He had gotten
Yeah.
a 3D mouse. And
Yeah.
he actually just put out a video yesterday. You need to
Nice.
check that out.
Did he? I didn't know he was still making content.
I didn't either. That was the first one in about 2 years, I think. So
But I'm not touching my actual mouse at all. Here's my cursor. But it's
Holy.
and it like look how precise I can go. Like you
I
can
hear
do tiny little movements.
that's cool.
Blowing in the breeze.
So
yeah.
All of a sudden,
stupid question. So
it
so
does
the
here.
button actually functions like you can push it forward, back, left,
I can
right,
push it
and then rotate
left.
it and
so,
then push
this
it
is
in
so
and
if
out.
I push,
right?
yeah. So if I push it in
Yeah.
and out, and I can also pull up on it or push down,
Right. Yeah.
and then you can also turn it, and then
Very
it
cool.
also you can push to
Oh, I
rotate on the axes here.
Oh, that's
Hey,
cool.
if so we just got hit by a big windstorm, and if it starts raining, I might have to I might pull my mic and stuff and make a run inside. But
So,
don't
but
know.
I just started using this, but what I can explain is like, imagine that this is your object on screen, and the way you pull this makes the object go. So it's almost like having your hand in the design software.
yeah,
I'm
It's
mixed.
real
I'm
cool.
like, this is really cool, but then I'm also, I don't want to miss the gym weather report standing out. We're in a hurricane right now. Whatever you do, don't go
So
outside.
this is, they have the Space Mouse Pro, which I believe is like 250. They also have just this part here, but all the keybinds are really nice too. So you can program all these, do whatever you want. But this one I think was like $399. It came with a mouse too and a mouse pad. But I got one for me and I got one for Aaron because 3D Jimmy was actually one who talked me into it because I'm very new with Fusion and I'm like, okay, well, if I don't have a workflow already and everybody's raving about these, I'm going to get this now. So I'm used to using it. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to get used to using a keyboard and mouse and then have to switch to this. But I can tell you right now, just grabbing the files, like navigating, it's like you can just kind of think about where you want to bring it and it just does it.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah, that'd be
And it
super
feels very
handy.
natural too.
I'm curious how that pans out because like over time, you may grow so accustomed to that when you don't have it, it's a problem. And here's an example. Like I'll watch people that do modeling on YouTube and I'll start trying to move my mouse, like wanting to rotate the model as I'm actually watching their stream, thinking that I can do it. And it's almost kind of one of those things where if you don't have that mouse or you have an application that can't use it, it would become problematic.
Well, this works with Fusion. I mean, it's really nice. You can really.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Tim, Steven points out that it's a space
Jim sounds like
Barry
Barry
White.
Barry White.
Very white, Jim. Very white. Very white.
Well, hey, thank you very much.
Well, I kind of want to hear Lindsay in the Barry White voice, though.
Let me. So yeah. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but I'll take advice from the people that have actually been doing this for years, and they're telling me, "Hey, yeah, this is expensive, but it's absolutely worth it." And I can tell right now, just navigating around is so much faster than using the mouse. Like I don't have to think about it. Just grab the little stick, and then play with it.
Wow.
Giggle.
This is amazing.
How pricey is it? Just out of curiosity.
This one was $400.
Whoa!
And it
Holy
came with this nice mouse too, which I really
my-
like.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that the glorified mouse with 1,000 buttons came with a basic mouse just in case?
Comes with a $10
So
mouse.
this actually has like multiple programmable macros.
Oh,
I had a Logitech G or MX518, which I really liked. I'm just trying to call it right now, but
Steven wants to point out that just so you know, that's a space gray mouse.
It is.
yeah. But they do have other ones. 3D Connection, 3D CONNE. Hang on, CONN. So, anyways, I just bought what he recommended. I was like, okay. So, but they have just like the little knob, and let me see here. It's like $140 for the knob, and they have a wireless one and a wired one. So, but I don't know how it would be trying to like pull up on the tiny little knob and the whole thing not coming with you. I guess you'd have to like have your palm around it, but I like having that this has got a nice big base.
Did you say it was just $100 for just the tip?
Just the tip. For just the tip, it's 140.
So
right.
Steven wants to know how much RAM it has.
How much RAM? Probably more than your Mac.
Also, 3D Jimmy says he can get the Spaceball 5000 on eBay for $35. I am not searching that anywhere.
Uh-oh. Look who's making an appearance.
Anyways, hey, it's Clara.
There she is.
Oh, God. Guys, send help.
Clara.
She's trying to crawl on my lap. She's like 80 pounds.
Oh, let her in.
Nice.
Oh, come on. Do you want to come up? Come on. There we go.
Oh, she thinks she's people.
There you go.
She thinks she's a lap dog.
Tim's stream just got an upgrade. That's so cute. Everybody smash that like button for Clara.
It's her birthday today. She's 1 year old.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. It's your birthday. Samantha's got a peanut butter dog cake for her.
Oh,
nice.
Can you speak?
Oh, Eccentric Nut made it home. Thanks for the safe wishes earlier. Nice. Hey, Steven's relentless tonight on you, Tim. He's gonna break that $100 chair.
That's $1,000.
That's gonna push. That's gonna push it over. That's gonna push it over the weight limit with my fat ass on there.
If you do a stream about your chair and your new mouse, God, you're gonna get some awesome comments.
Oh God!
Please don't tell me that chair's really $1,000.
Oh yeah,
it's not. It's it was $1,200 and then $144 for the headrest.
Dude, it's totally. It's totally worth it.
Hang on, where am I pointing? This guy talks.
Yes, you spend that much money on something that you got nothing else to live for.
I've got a chair just
but
like
here,
that at work.
hang on, 12-year warranty, and they will come here and fix it if it breaks.
12 year. Oh, that's only $100 a year.
Yes,
mine is 13 years old, and I'm a big dude. Like I'm 300 plus.
You're bigger than me. Holy crap!
Oh yeah, I'm a big dude.
Tim is the one. I wish. No, I'm not the 1% because I spent all my money on this chair.
It's all of it. No,
although
those are really, really good chairs.
Do you know what? Look, it just came in today.
Oh.
So these are 64 gig kits.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So I'm building a Threadripper. So these are going in a 3690X, and I have two 4U chassis with 24 3.5-inch bays. So, and I'm picking up a rack tomorrow for $100. Some guy's selling a brand new APC full size rack for $100. And he's in Hebron or how do you spell it? Hebron. But yeah, $100 for that. And the chassis, I got them used on eBay for like $250 a chassis.
Sweet.
With the trays and everything.
You could have got like 10 of those for the price of one chair.
You know what? I use this chair 13 plus, 14 plus hours a day, so it was worthwhile. I can tell you right now, might be a little TMI, but you know, the Mr. Butram was right. Does not mask the farts. You can hear them. My mic picks them up. So
Nice.
It's a mesh chair, and I share an office with somebody. And you gotta be careful because there's no muffler on.
But there's no more SWAS.
I'm self-employed. I spend a lot of time in this chair, and I've been thinking, this chair's just not cutting it anymore. Like before, when it was just at night. Yeah, I had a day job. It was no big deal. But now that I'm back to working for myself after a year, I'm like, I need to get another chair.
You can find these for like 300 to 400 used. Okay, like I can tell you right now. Here's
me. 300 is a lot better than 1200.
I didn't want to deal with like having to replace stuff out of warranty. So and plus like it was a business expense. So screw it.
Right.
But I can tell you right now, after being in this like all day, I can get up and I don't feel like my back doesn't hurt. Like I just feel a lot better. Like,
yep.
My gaming chair, I'd get out of it and be like, oh God, like this, I can just get right up. I'm getting up there. I'm like
5, so maybe it'll last me about 30 years.
Is it gonna be in your will?
I'm hoping that's how it should be.
I spent all weekend cleaning my garage. I'm still not done, but I threw out 32 gallon bags of trash, 5 15-gallon bags, and organized my toolbox. So I'm making progress.
Somebody's a busy beaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got another one of those cheap $50 1080-60 webcams for when I stream from the garage on my personal channel. So, which there will be more. I got an audio system going in my HHR that I've had for a year and a half. Still haven't installed it yet.
I got one of these.
Those are cute.
The Black Wise Cam.
Does it run faster?
It probably. It's black. So
because those are the fast. No, I'm serious though. Those are. I think those have a faster CPU because those are the newer one, right?
I know nothing about it. My brother gave it to me.
Or it's the newer model that they just have in 2.
He said this one was the one that you get on Black Friday.
Because they had 2 revisions. They had the white one.
This is the V2.
Okay, so it is a faster one. Okay.
Nice.
As non 3D printing and electronical as it sounds.
Oh God, Dub's cut.
I really want to know at some point, Jim and Lindsay, you have to like do a video of all the gadgets you get for the kid, because I'm just amazed at it. It's funny over the years that my family has had kids and it seems like every 2 years they come out with newer and cooler stuff that you think, well, why didn't they have that when our kids were born?
I wish they had.
I'm really curious what a big example of that is ultrasounds. Like ultrasounds now, you can get an ultrasound and it looks like a photograph of the child almost.
Right.
We have a 3D one.
So I'm really curious what sort of technology is.
You should get a 3D scan and then print the baby.
Yeah. Print the ultrasound as a lithophane.
No, like get a 3D.
Murph. Yeah.
Bring it to Murph.
The community print.
I just want to say Lindsay's print time is very slow. That print's been taking forever. I'm pretty sure that'd been like a 3-day print on my CR10 at most.
It must be a Prusa.
I'm grateful it's not a 3-day print.
It's a rather slow extrusion rate. So
yeah.
So real quick, we're going to give away some filament in the chat.
Somebody's going to win something.
Coax, just the word coax. Let's get everybody on there. It looks like about 78 people that I can see eligible or that are chatting. So start typing the word coax. I want to make sure this thing's working because I don't see any eligible users yet.
I don't know if I typed their name before. If I win again, I'm not eligible.
There we go. There we go. Now I'm seeing it.
Yep.
So while you guys are typing, there you go. Mr. Butram got some.
Yep. This is the glow in the dark that I'm not going to run on any of my printers until I change the nozzles.
Yeah. I have some also. It'd take me forever to get it out. It's buried in the closet.
I can tell you.
I have the Easy Flow nozzle, Tim. I just got.
You need to put it in. I've been running a ton of carbon fiber through mine. And it still hasn't shown any wear. And by ton, I'm at like roll 20.
Really?
So
On the easy
yeah.
flow nozzle?
Yep.
Right, I'll do it.
That's
So
like
tear it up.
that's like 20 kilograms. That's not even close to a ton, dude.
Oh God.
So you know who has a bunch of coax filament?
Yeah.
Ron.
Oh yeah, Ron. He should have enough to last him a lifetime.
Yes, he does. Where is he? Is he? I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him either.
But, oh
Robbie,
no, you know what?
Are you still
He had a
working for that?
meeting. He had a meeting tonight with his ham radio club.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Robbie, are you still working for Priority Graphics?
I am not. I am self-employed.
38 people currently are eligible. If you want to be eligible, hit that button or type coax. There's 77 of us watching that I can see. So only 38 eligible. You got about 1 minute.
Zola, yeah, the easy flows. We carry the V6, which will fit the Hemera. I have. Wait, where did it come?
Actually,
I have a Hemera sitting here.
If I did a weather forecast right now, I could be 100% accurate and say it's windy.
Being a meteorologist is the only time you could be wrong at your job, like 100% of the time, and still not get fired.
Yeah, right.
there's my easy flow.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Oh, you got the volcano. You got the big boy.
Yeah, I don't mess around. I got volcano.
So my CR10 right here has the easy flow of the volcano. The flow rate is ridiculous.
Yeah.
30 seconds of coax.
I went to the volcano on both my Ender and my CR10S, and knock on wood, I haven't clogged or jammed it yet.
I think Aaron stole my Hemera that was in here.
He took my Hemera.
Oh,
I
Tim,
thought I put it under my desk.
this one? No, that'd be fine. Is that the one that that Aaron shipped me and said not to tell you? Nice.
Okay, I got one for
10 seconds here.
I hope it's not in one of those 1,000 bags of trash that you throw away.
No, I didn't clean out the office, just the garage.
What are we winning from coax? Is it PLA?
It's a mystery roll. Yeah,
mystery roll.
Mystery roll, and it can be what you choose, like size wise, diameter wise, and also it can be any of their the filament that they do a mystery in. So you just tell her. I think it's I think PETG, PLA. I don't think they do ABS, but I can't remember.
They do make ABS. I don't know if they do in the mystery rolls though.
I don't know if they do mystery rolls. Yeah, it could be though.
I need to check because I just realized I haven't actually seen it. I wonder if it's in the shop.
Everything is a dog toy. Printer parts. Claire's got the Hemera.
Yeah, it says delivered February 8th.
I'm going inside. It's cold.
If
It rains, I'll run and help carry things inside.
I'm gonna go see if my wife has it in the house. I'll be right back.
All right.
Anyway.
3D Loon says they do ABS mystery rolls.
Huh.
Fancy that.
Jim, you're muted.
Yep.
So it's just the wingmen where we run the show.
Half wing, half man.
We're the captain now.
Did am I Barry White in it?
Look at me.
No, you're good.
Look at me. We are the captain now.
Shit. She got up and bumped the
Everybody
table.
wins a roll of coax.
You get a roll and you get a roll.
We'll start giving away Jim's printers.
And a laser cutter.
All right, I'm gonna roll it. Let's see what we got here.
Do a drum roll.
Come on.
Michael Castle.
Again?
Michael Castle, nice.
Didn't he just win recently?
He's a winner. He got something.
Okay.
Yeah, winner, chicken dinner.
I
He
have
said
to
woot woot.
go all the
can't
way out
remember.
to the mailbox, which is like 170 feet down our driveway. So I'll be right back. I'm probably going to be winded because I'm fat.
We're probably gonna bail pretty quick.
Oh, well, fine. Fine. I won't show you my Hemera.
Oh, you want to see? Okay, go. We'll wait for you.
Hype Mara.
We're gonna
Hype
time you. Ready?
Hurry it up. Butram's on a timeline here.
You know what?
Yeah.
I wish we would have sent him with a camera to watch him run. He got a sample. Okay, cool. So Michael Castle says he got a sample last time. Congratulations, Michael.
Cool.
Yes, congratulations, Michael.
My Google's yelling at me here. But it changed. It went from 68 to let's see what we got here. In a matter of like minutes here, it was crazy. I'll take it still. It's not 9 inches of snow. So
Yeah.
I'm still sitting in the back with my shorts and t-shirt on. You're a tourist when you're running around in shorts and a t-shirt, and everybody that lives here, it's 68 degrees, and they got like and like
parkas and stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
Right. Everybody's saying, "See Tim run, run Tim run."
Well, it's still warm. I mean, that's like spring weather, right? 60-some degrees. That's awesome.
Dubbed out, yeah. When the sun goes down,
out in Arizona, they don't. That's chilly.
Paul says they got 7 inches of snow. Jeez. It's I'm glad I'm not home because I'm not shoveling it currently. But when I get home, I guess I'm in trouble.
Have you? So okay, my gears are turning, man. I'm thinking you could get a multi-tool head thing and put that inside the crib so that you could have it like change a diaper, feed a bottle, do all kinds of stuff, and have an octoprint, right?
That's right.
The E3D diaper changer is what they call it.
E3D.
Yeah, you could have all kinds.
I'm going to be
play a little chime, flash a little light.
That's awesome. So there was a serious question. Tim Poland says, where was he here? He says he's going to get about to get an Ender 5 Pro. What upgrades / checks are needed? I think the Ender 5 Pro comes pretty solid. It comes with your metal extruder, your magnetic bed. I'm pretty sure it comes with Capricorn. I honestly, I don't know how much how many printers you have or how much printing you've done. But in my opinion, and I don't know how these guys feel, but I would print with it for a month or two, get to know the printer first before you do any upgrades. And then when you're ready to do a good upgrade, I would jump on my links, go to TH3D, and buy the Flex. I like the textured Flex plate because that'll just slap right on the magnet that comes with it. But just learn the printer first. He says none be his first. So one of the mistakes that I've made and a lot of other people made.
It says Hermes.
Nice. Are jumping into a printer and then upgrading them too fast. And when you do that, you don't learn your printer enough to know what's broken after you upgrade it. So
I can't agree more. I mean, do whatever, push it to its limit. Try things, even if you don't know if it'll work or not. Don't listen to what everybody else tells you what to do and what not to do. Just try it and see.
Yeah.
I mean, just push the boundaries, and then at that point you'll realize, oh, I need it faster, or I need a flex plate, or I need auto bed level, or whatever. You'll learn real quickly what you need from that printer.
Right.
Okay. Look at.
I'm a firm believer into not like upgrading a printer that runs really well. So if something happens and it has some problems, then that's the time to look at, tweaking things and upgrading. So
I've had a TH3D ABL for over a year. I bought from Tim last Murph, and I still haven't installed it yet. Which is not. I'm sorry, Tim, but
I've been trying
too much work to actually.
Yeah.
I did.
Well,
I did
because you
put
boomers
the
need
flex
your naps.
plate on. I put that on yesterday.
I've been trying to get him to put that on since Murph.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And I tell you, the reason why I say that, Tim, if you look in the description, you'll see in the description of the video, you'll see a link for TH3D. That is the company that Tim owns down there, and he sells something called
technically
Easy ABL.
my wife owns
your wife owns 51%. But I would really, again, print with it. It's a really solid printer, and then go from there. If you're going to upgrade and you want to upgrade something right away, Wednesday morning, I'm about to put a video out on my 3 favorite printed upgrades for the Ender 5. And I would do that first because not only you learn your printer printing the upgrades, but they're not going to change your printer mechanically. So then you kind of get the way of the land when you're printing, right? And it's 3 things that I really like for my Ender 5s, and it's actually helps the printer for one. And it'll also, teach you how to print. So I don't know.
If it's your first printer, I would probably I would probably recommend looking up like calibrating your steps, E steps, and Z
You
step,
don't.
X step,
You
Y step.
no. Don't. You
Just
don't
to
need to
play
mess with
around
them.
with it and learn that. Just
No.
And I have videos on that.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. You do not touch your X, Y, or Z. Don't touch them. Those are a set rate based on your motor degree angle, your stepper driver stepping rate, and the other parts like your belts, the tooth on the pulley that drives the belt. You do not need to touch those. For lead screws, it's determined by your stepping rate of your driver, the step angle of your motor, and the pitch of your lead screws. Those are a static value and never change them.
Okay.
As for your extruder, here's the thing. A lot of people talk about calibrating their E-steps. I have never calibrated ones on that I have known values for. So like the Corellis, they're 95. On the Titan extruder clones that we sell, they're 463 and this is 1/16 stepping on a 1.8 degree motor. I adjust my flow rate in my slicer instead of constantly screwing with the value in my firmware. The firmware should only be changed when you initially set it up. So like when I was doing the calibration for the firmware on the Anycubic Mega Zero that's got the Bondtech clone, I did the calibration. That's it. Once it's 100 millimeters, it's 100 millimeters. So anything that should change, then you should adjust the flow rate in your slicer, not your steps per millimeter.
So you change the flow rate for
PLA
each printer depending on which printer you're using?
Yes. So PLA, I typically run 0.9 on all my machines, and ABS, I run 1.0. PETG, sometimes I'll go up to 1.1. But what the flow rate is doing is compensating for the diameter variance in that roll you have. So, yeah.
Nice.
So basically, you don't want to constantly change your E-steps.
No.
You just want to change your flow rate.
No, I get that. I mean, I just set my E-steps one time, and then I don't have to mess around with my flow rate at all. Its flow rate's the same across all printers. So that's where I'm confused as to why.
I think there's people,
I guess I just I don't get it.
There's people that constantly screw with it and they cause more problems.
See,
if they're always screwing with it, yeah, that's a whole different ball of wax.
But you should never be touching your X, Y, or Z steps. Those should be set correctly.
Uh-oh.
I
feel a mist. So so what I do, the only time I ever mess with my E-steps or my extrusion rate, whatever you want to call it, is
those are two different things. Don't say whatever you want to call it.
You're right. I suppose. Yeah. So what I'm saying is anytime I mess with my E-steps are if I change something on the extruder. So if I put a new one on or something like that, I'll calibrate them. But from the factory on an Ender 5, I believe it's the same. I have to double check on my Ender 5, but I'm pretty sure it's the same as an Ender 3 at 93, I believe.
Yeah, Blasto's saying he has to use 403 with ours. We have like 30 machines with our Titan clones on them. They're all running 463, so I don't know what.
So I don't have much time left here. It's starting to rain. And so I'm probably gonna have to bail pretty quick here. But let's do that Hermes real quick, or that Hermera. Yeah. I get
it has the Hermes box.
Nice. You change one letter in that.
That's a nice looking box, man.
Well, it better be. They've got the extra overhead.
I would hope so, with the chrome foil printing on there and stuff.
So there's a heater cartridge, a fan, a thermistor.
Nice.
There's a V6 block, so any V6 nozzles will work with the Hermera. And there's a silicone sock. There's a stepper motor cable, which I'll use. Actually, I'm probably not going to use this because this is going on the Solval SVL1, which is already direct drive.
So some people are saying check your hot end and check it and make sure it's not cracked. Says I heard that's a thing on those. Mama says this fan is super loud, but I don't think you'll have a problem changing that out.
No. These gears don't move. I feel like I should be able to turn this by hand. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, they were having issues with the stepper motor shaft gears cracking.
Nice.
I'm just looking at it right now to see.
Mark L. Baker, can I print PLA and PETG with the same S3D slicer settings? I think you just have to vary temperature and fan.
PETG, you can sometimes get away with PLA settings. Just change your temp and your bed.
And your fan, right?
I usually run a lower fan with PETG. But Petchy is going to want like a 70 to 80 bed temp, where PLA is like 50 to 60. And for Petchy, I found 230, 240 works really well.
That's awesome. So, Blasto, I'll get you in one question before I got to get going before it rains on me. I see the sprinkles are coming closer on the ground to me. He says, so if you wouldn't change the steps for XYZ, what would you do to get the dimensional accuracy of the print?
You need to go over your printer.
Good question.
You need to physically go over your machine. A lot of times I've seen with some of these cheap machines, the actual pulleys will be oblong. So if you watch it, instead of it spinning perfectly circular and not moving at all, you'll see it kind of like wobble like an egg. So you need to look at mechanical portion, make sure your belts are tight, make sure that all your mechanicals are actually like round where they're supposed to be round. And if you see any issues with those, try reseating them and making sure everything is spinning smoothly and it's not like vibrating. So like instead of like, let's say as you're pulling, instead of it just spinning circular,
Later,
it's
Tim.
going like this,
Later, Paul.
because it's oblong. But there should be,
Later,
like I
Tim.
said, that's a static value. Yeah, you need to check that kind of stuff.
Pulleys, right.
How are you
Yeah.
verifying your steps, Tim? Just out of curiosity, when you're so that you know that these are accurate and everything. I know, but what are you printing?
Well, I measure the steps. If I tell it to move 10 and this shows that it moved 10, I know that the printer is moving correctly. So you should be verifying this. If your print doesn't come out
Right.
correctly, then it's something else with your filament. It could be that the diameter is off. You would adjust the flow rate. So if your flow rate's too high or too low, it's going to skew the dimensional accuracy. Now you have to remember an X and Y on these FDM machines, you were lucky to get 0.2 millimeters of accuracy. If you're under 0.2 millimeters, so like there's guys that are like, I'm like 19.98, it should be 20. That's normal.
Are you using 20 millimeter test cubes
I gotta duck out,
to
guys,
do your
so-
test?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah,
real quick,
sorry.
Ryan, where can we find you?
Mr. Butram, pretty much anywhere, or hashtag Butreon.com sends you to my YouTube page. Or
Sounds good.
so,
Butreon.com.
or Mr.
Butreon?
Butreon.com.
All right,
Thank you.
I got to get going. The rain is getting
So-
real close to me now, and it's starting to
Bye,
spray.
everybody.
But,
Thanks for coming. Have a great
Yeah, thank you. Hey, thanks for jumping on, Ryan.
Yep. You're welcome, Jim. Anytime.
Thanks for having us,
Hi,
Jim.
Ryan. When are you
Robin
guys
Mac,
visiting
where
me?
can we find you?
Bye, Tim.
RobbyMaq at RobbyMaq on Twitter or on I'm sorry, YouTube, whatever. Wherever you want to find me. We're not YouTubers. Yeah.
RPM Designs.
RPM Designs. Yeah,
RPM-design.com.
The hat.
Yeah.
RPM
Apparently.
Designs. That's right. He's the mastermind behind a lot of graphics, and if you see race cars out there, you might see a bunch of his work.
Maybe.
And Godzilla's.
If you
And
see it, the
and-
race cars
and
are doing so
Godzilla.
well.
If you see a Godzilla, something didn't go right.
Yeah.
No.
You can-
Timothy, where can we find you?
You can find my company at tsrudystudio.com. If you want to see my personal stuff, timothyhoagland.com is my personal site. There's a little contact form. There's a link to my YouTube channel. So anything that's not 3D printer related goes on that channel. And lately it's been working on motorcycles and cars. So, but I'm getting CNC mills up and laser cutters. So there's gonna be new stuff coming.
Nice. And you guys can
Laser cutters.
Right. And you can find me here. You can find me at the Edge of Tech pretty much everywhere. If you're on Twitter, it's the Edge of Tech with a K. I'm going to get guys stay right there, but I'm going to get going because, like I said, I'm getting misted. My glasses got speckles all over them now. But
Why don't
But
you go
thank you,
inside?
guys.
Is Steven not letting you inside the house?
it's raining. I'm just sitting outside my dad's house. It was gorgeous until about 20 minutes ago when this wind came. But thank you so much for everybody that came. Thank you guys for jumping on. I know it was last minute. And chat, thank you guys. You guys rocked it tonight. Thank you. I'm glad I saw everybody. We'll see you next Monday. We have some fun ones next Monday. Check out the Open RV files. Andrew S. and Zolan wanted that too, I believe.
Zolan. All right. I'll get you guys the.
There you go. Timothy just dropped his timothyhoagland.com in there.
I'll even put up an SVG with the decals that we did for that thing. So if they want to
Nice.
reproduce
There you
that
go.
portion, they can.
That's
Sweet.
Lindsay says
Hi,
bye.
Bye, Lindsay.
Clara
Hey.
says hi.
Claire
Yay,
says,
Clara. Happy birthday.
Nice.
She's in the house sniffing the cake batter.
So we got to get flying. You guys stay there just for a second. Everybody else, thank you guys so much for coming tonight. I know we're like 15 minutes late, but thank you for sticking with us and hanging out in this last minute crazy stream. But I tell you what, I had a lot of fun, and we talked about everything and a little bit of 3D printing. So we'll see you guys soon. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.